The Lyric has already proved itself as a cradle for the arts and as a launching pad for artists, actors, writers. So it's very important, this. My first sense of a civic theatre that meant cultural business was when this site was occupied by the building of the new Lyric.
On behalf of the Board of Trustees, the Chief Executive, the Artistic Director and the staff of the Lyric Theatre, and anyone who has ever sat in a Lyric Theatre seat or stood on the Lyric Theatre stage, I extend to you all the very warmest of welcomes.
Today, as we enjoy this bright, dry September sunshine, we're here to unveil, as Dan has said, the threshold stone that will stand at the entrance of the new theatre. Seamus Heaney was a young up-and-coming poet in 1965, and he was present at that original ceremony on this site. And today, we are delighted and honoured that Seamus is back among us, this time as a Nobel laureate, universally acknowledged as one of the finest poets of his generation. Those of us who are charged with overseeing this period in the Lyric's life are acutely aware that we face a double challenge. Certainly we have to build a theatre which is both functional and handsome. But we also have to make sure, above all else, that the work we stage in this new home connects with this city and its people. It's not just about bricks and mortar, it's about making the building work for a whole new generation of theatre goers. And if we get it right, and I am confident that we will, we can introduce more people to the transforming potential of live theatre than ever before. And we can stage world-class productions of important work in a way that up to now we might only have dreamed of. But the building is the key to doing all of that. And as Dan has pointed out, it's on a scale way beyond what stood here before. The facilities we will have at our disposal from 2011 will be second to none. 2 state-of-the-art performance spaces, cutting-edge education facilities, a full-size rehearsal room, 21st century dressing rooms, a decent green room, and as Dan has said, proper toilets for cast and audience alike.
In the spirit of play and in celebration of this great day in the history of the Lyric Theatre, I would like now to read my poem, Fléance. Fléance is, you will recall, the son of Banquo. Macbeth's hired assassins ambush the father and son, but Fléance escapes. He may go on to be historically important, but it's not, after all, much of a role in the play. It's a walk-on part, like all of our parts. And in this poem, it's the actor playing Fléance who speaks. Fléance. I entered with a torch before me and cast my shadow on the back cloth momentarily. A handful of words, one bullet with my initials on it, and that got stuck in a property tree. I would have caught it between my teeth, or, a true professional, stood still while the 2 poetic murderers pinned my silhouette to history in a shower of accurate daggers. But, as any illusionist might unfasten the big sack of darkness, the ropes and handcuffs, and emerge smoking a nonchalant cigarette, I escaped, only to lose myself. It took me a lifetime to explore the dusty warren beneath the stage, with its trapdoor opening onto all that had happened above my head, like noises off or distant weather. In the empty auditorium, I bowed to one preoccupied caretaker and, without removing my makeup, hurried back to the digs where Banquo sat up late with a hole in his head.
Geraldine Hughes is going to read for us a greeting and well wishes sent to us from Brian Free.
I recall the laying of the foundation stone of the original Lyric with much pleasure, and I regret I can't be with you today for this new launch. A new theatre can be the most exciting building in any city. It can be the home of miracles and epiphanies and revelations and renovations. Building a new theatre, especially in times like this, is both an act of fortitude and a gesture of faith in your community. Because what you are saying to that community is this: this is your playhouse. Come and play with us here. Give us your trust, and in return we will entertain you and enlighten you and lead you into that secret land of mystery and of the Spirit that we tend to overlook in the course of our lives. And I have no doubt that Belfast will respond openly to that invitation. So today, let us all begin that magic moonwalk together. Brian Friel.
I'll read a shortened version of the poem, but also the note that was on the head note for it. In December 1598, Peter Street the builder and a dozen armed workmen began to dismantle the old theatre, and on the 28th of December did then also, in most forcible and riotous manner, take and carry away thence all woods and timber thereof unto the bankside, and there did erect a new playhouse with the same timber and wood. This was to be the Globe Theatre. Peter Street at Bankside. Upon soft ground I found a mortal church. These 12 who sink the piles are laying down my one defence against the seeping water. Even the Thames that undermines the town must never undermine my theatre. My theatre will tower from the marsh. I dedicate to speech, to pomp and show, this playhouse re-erected for the players. I set my saw and chisel in the wood to joint and panel solid metaphors. The walls a circle, the stage under a hood. Here all the worlds, an act, a word, an echo. Thanks very much. Ole.